two shavers that make sense to compare with each other is the Braun Series 5 and the Philips 5000 series. In this video I'm going to compare the design of these shavers, and I'm going to compare the main features that I consider that are deal breakers. I'll share my own personal preferences of these features whilst also pointing out things that other guys and yourself might find useful. I'm also going to do the usual and do a demo shave, so I'm going to shave with one side of the face with the one shaver and shave on the other side of the face with the other shaver. I've not done a comparison in shaving side by side of them, so that's going to be an interesting one for me to see how they perform. I've used both of them previously before, and I've got videos on both these, plus reviews on my website shavingadvisor.com review series. And what I do is I'll put links in the description for those if you need to see more in-depth detail about each shaver. So the two shavers that I've got in terms of models, these are both the latest Braun and the latest Philips 5000 series. Now the Braun is what's called the Easy Clean range, and it's the latest one where it has a turbo on it as well. It has two shaving modes on it, where it has a standard mode and it has a turbo mode, so it can be speeded up. But if you're looking at a Braun Series 5, where you have a Braun Series 5 that does not have the turbo mode, because these are mostly available in the USA, then it's still if it's an Easy Clean model, it's still the same shaver. It does not have the turbo mode. And the 5000 series as well, this is the latest of the 5000 series, where we know the difference between these and the older type, because these latest ones have an angular type heads on them. So each head is like an angular type shape. If it has rounded heads, it's likely to be an older model, which some of them are still available. But this one is for the latest model with the angular star heads. So if you're looking at a Philips 5000 series that has angular type blade heads, then you know you're looking at the same shaver. So the design and features, the ergonomics and grip. So the Braun Series 5, is much slimmer than the 5000 series. It has rubberized grip on the back of it, a nice rubberized grip on the back of it, and the hand fits nice and snugly. And near the top section, the forefinger kind of fits in there really nice. It's a very snug fit. Whereas the 5000 series, like some of the other Philips shavers, is a little bit more of a bulky and squarish type of shaver. It has really good grip on the back of it. The grip is very good. The rubberized section as well, but it's just a little bit more bulky and a bit more square-like. Although the Philips does taper in at the bottom, so it's not a complete square unit. It's just that I do find that the Braun Series 5 is a bit more of a snugger fit in the hand, and I think having a snug fit kind of enables a maneuverability to be better with a shaver. We think of it, if it fits well in our hands, we can kind of move it around somewhat better. Now, one of the reasons I believe that the Braun Series 5 is a slimmer shaver is because it does not have an attached trimmer, a built-in trimmer, sorry, whereas the Philips 5000, if we slide the button on the back of the shaver, it has a flip out detail trimmer, for cutting in our sideburns and that, whereas the Braun Series 5 does not have a built-in trimmer. What we have to do is remove the blade head, and I don't have the trimmer here with me anywhere. No, I don't. And then we put the trimmer where the blade head belongs. So I believe that's possibly one of the reasons why the Braun Series 5 is a little slimmer than what the 5000 series is. I actually just stopped the video and picked up the attached trimmer, because it mentioned this attached trimmer is quite important, because for some guys it might be a deal breaker that when you're shaving you have to remove the top head of the Braun Series 5 and then replace and put on the attached trimmer. That might be a bit of a deal breaker for some guys who use it frequently and just want it attached to the built into the shaver and can just flip it out. For some guys that's going to be important. For myself, I don't really mind really. I kind of focus on other aspects like performance. If the shaver performs better for me, performs better. Taking the top cap off and on is not really any sort of deal breaker for me. For other guys, that could be different. So the shaver head and the blades, or the cutters or shaving elements. So the 5000 series, it has the head moves 360 degrees, Philips says. So that just basically means that the whole of the head can move in various directions. Now that's going to be used for shaving along various contours, over the chin area, along the jaw area. That just helps the shaver to keep contact with the face, with the skin. Now the Braun Series 5 does not have any head movements. The head just stays solid, whereas if you wanted a shaver where similar to the Braun Series 5 where the head does move, when you move up the series in Braun Series 6, Braun Series 7, this has some head movement, but the Braun Series 5 does not have any head movement. Now the Braun Series 5 obviously is a file shaver, and the Philips shaver is a rotary style shaver. Now it's important that we know which shaver suits us best really before we choose either a file shaver or a rotary shaver. If we're comparing them, it really helps to know which one suits you best. I know what suits me best, and it's recently primarily been the rotary style shaver. I won't go into the details of the reasons why that. You may see that throughout when I'm shaving. However, so the Braun Series 5, the Braun Series 5 and 5000 are very different shavers in terms of the head. And the Braun Series 5 has 3 shaving elements. It has 2 files, that has oscillating blades beneath the files. These 2 files do the main shaving, and there's a center section which picks up on longer flat hairs. It's like a kind of trimmer. Now all of these blades, they do have some sort of flex in them, and they all flex independently. Now this is pretty good, but this is very good for keeping contact with the skin and going along the various contours. Now the 5000 series, having 3 rotary blades, all these 3 rotary blade heads, they all flex individually, and each blade as well, if you get a bit more close up, each of these blades, if we can see that, will kind of flex in slightly. So this all helps with, again, going along the contours, and again maintaining a good skin contact throughout the shave. So I guess cleaning the shaver is pretty important, isn't it? So both of these shavers are fairly easy to clean. And the Braun Series 5 is actually called the Easy Clean generation. That's because the top head section has this kind of gap there, and it helps when we run the shaver under water, under a warm water tap. Water runs through it easily. Now the Philips is extremely easy to clean. It has a push button design where we push the button, this flips out the head, so it's very easy to clean. And also the benefit of having this flip out design is we have no separate section left after we've cleaned it. We have no separate section left, so we can just lay the shaver down like that, and the two components together. Whereas if we're cleaning the Braun Series 5, we have a head section that has to lay separately. Now one aspect of cleaning a Philips shaver though is that at least around about once a month we need to remove each of these individual blades, the cutters. They're easy enough to remove, but we have to remove those because these tend to get some sort of debris and stuff just caught inside there that becomes a bit more stubborn to remove. So about once a month or even less is we have to remove those and give them a good clean. So another side of it is the Philips is a little bit more tricky like that, whereas we don't have that with a file style shaver, because this has a different cutting elements inside. It doesn't have it doesn't have them rotary style blades, so it's a little bit easier in that way. The Philips can also be used with what we call a cleaning station, which for the Philips is a quick clean pod. It can be used with that, whereas the Braun Series 5, unlike the Braun Series 6 and 7, it cannot be used with a cleaning station because it's already called the Easy Clean generation anyway. So that's kind of the main features and design. Other minor things like runtime. With the runtime of the Braun Series 5 is around about 50 minutes runtime, but actually this one, if it's on turbo, you may only get around about 40 minutes, whereas the 5000 series gives you 60 minutes runtime, so around about 10 minutes extra. And the LED indicator lights for charging, etc., are very much similar. They're kind of pretty basic, but they're very similar. Another thing that might interest guys is which one is the quietest one. Without a doubt, always it's going to be a rotary style shaver, but what I do is I'll put them on, press them on, power them up, and then you can hear for yourself. But the Braun is much louder. Here's the Braun, and there's the Philips. There's the Braun, and there's the Philips. So yeah, if quietness is important to you, then the Philips is going to be much more quieter. So just before I get a shave, I just want to explain to you what I'm going to be looking for. So one thing I'm looking for while I'm shaving is comfort, which one feels most comfortable. Another thing I'm going to be looking at is how well the blades stay close to the skin, how they maintain contact with the skin, plus going along the various contours of the face, across the jaw and across the chin, but also how they maintain the contact with the skin. A big thing that I look for is leftover hairs. When I'm shaving, do I have, because I am prone to getting leftover hairs, and that's there, and on this area. For other guys, it may be other areas where they get that. So I'm prone to that, and I look for which shaver I get more left over with, and then, but more importantly than that, having leftovers is fine. That's kind of standard for me and for many guys, I guess. But the most important thing is how well one of these shavers will remove those if I do get any. Not a major thing I look for, but I compare a little bit with speed. But usually most electric shavers are kind of close with each other in terms of speed. But I still take a look at that. Also after the video, I leave for about 15 minutes and I check to see if I can visually see any irritation or feel any irritation after the shave. And also an important fact I'm sure you guys want to know about is which one is closer, which one of them possibly gives a closer shave. So that's the stuff that I'm looking for. So let's grab myself a mirror and get a shave on. Okay, so this is what we're starting with. This is about my 4th day of growth, I think. So this is what we've got to shave off. This is enough for these shavers to work on. Anything more than this, then I'll be taking a trimmer to it first to make it easier on the shavers. So let's let the Braun Series 5 have the right hand side, which this is the easiest side because I'm right handed, and the shaver will be used at right hand side, whereas the Philips will be used on the left hand side with my right hand, so that doesn't get the best of me. So I'm giving the Braun a little bit of an advantage here, slight advantage. Okay, so let's fire up the Braun and give the Braun a go. What I'm going to do with the Braun as well, I'm only going to keep it on the standard mode. I'm not going to put it on the turbo mode. I just think that'll kind of be unfair and it wouldn't make sense, especially for people outside of the USA at the moment. So anybody that does not have the turbo mode version, so we'll stick with the standard version. I'll just stop there because I noticed, because I used many electric shaves, that the Braun Series 5 over here going along the jaw, the jaw area, is kind of jumping over there, whereas we'll see other shaves that I use, because it doesn't have the head movements, it's not going in the same, along the same contours of the jaw area. So yeah, that's just worth noting. However, the chin area is okay. It seems to be able to go along the chin area okay. It's just that jaw kind of jumps across there. Okay, let's see where we're at with the Braun Series 5. Well, I've got a couple of hairs there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a patch there that I need to try to remove. How are we doing there? Yeah, and a few hairs there. Let's go back over them and see if we can get rid of them. Okay, that'll do for the Braun side. Now for the Philips 5000 on this side. That's a lot quieter, isn't it? Ah, my ears can relax. I do notice switching over to this that I feel like it is more bulky because I've had the nice slim feeling of the Braun Series 5. I can notice it now. I switch over. I'll just stop there. You can notice that going along the contours there of the jaw, this keeps contact with the jaw and the contours of the skin much better than the Series 5, doesn't it? Much more comfortable, yeah, it's much more comfortable shade than what the Series 5 is. Actually, that's excellent. That's excellent the way it keeps contact with the skin. It's really, yeah, I really like that. Okay, let's see where we're at then. I think this has been a bit quicker actually. I kind of thought the Braun was quicker. Okay, so we've got a little patch, a little bit of a patch there, a little bit less than what I had with the Braun. Little patch there, anything there, yeah, a few hairs there. Let's see if we can clear up them patches quick enough and easily enough. Okay, so we're done. Job done. Okay, shave done, so let's give you guys some feedback. So I think it was quite obvious in the shave that comfort, I got more comfort from the Series 5000 shaver, and it went along the contours of my chin area and maintained skin contact somewhat better. The Braun Series 5 on skin contacts and going along the contours, it was fine going along the chin area and most of the rest of the face. It was just that jaw line there. The Series 5000 was somewhat better. Comfort, definitely, I definitely felt more comfort when I switched over to the 5000 series. What I did feel as well, what I mentioned in the video, in the demo shave, was that I noticed how I felt the difference in this from the slimline design of the Series 5 to the 5000 series. However, once I got used, had the 5000 series in my hand for a little while, I didn't notice that difference. It's because of more of the switch over. So the other thing is important is having leftover patches. As I said, I get leftover patches here, there. Sometimes I have little bits. Both shavers left some. The Braun Series 5 left more. The Braun Series 5 found it more difficult, as they expected, to remove those patches. The speed, I kind of expected the Braun Series 5 to be a quicker shave. However, it seems to be that the 5000 series was slightly quicker. Not that that was I'd use that as any kind of deal breaker. There was not like minutes or anything in between them. The 5000 series just felt somewhat quicker. And it's been about 20 minutes since the shave, so I can check if there's any irritation or feel if there's any irritation. I don't have any irritation on either side of them. Now, in terms of close to the shave, I think they're both pretty much the same, really. Both give a pretty decent shave. Yeah, even my neck area here, where it can be tricky to go against the grain here and get a good close shave. Both of them are equally just as good as each other. So personally, if I was given these two shaves and I was asked which one would I keep and which one would I give away, it's by quite a long shot it'll be the Series 5000, and I think primarily on the comfort factor. I like to have a comfortable shave if possible. Well, that's about it, guys. If you've got any questions about these shavers, or you've got any experience you'd like to share, then do drop a comment below. I'll always reply to any comments that I get. And if you want more details about either one of these, as I mentioned, I've previously done videos to them. I'll put some links for those, and that'll show up on the end of this page very soon of reviews for these, and also there'll be links there for reviews for these on my website shavingadvisors.com, alongside other links including a roundup of the best a roundup of my view of the best electric shavers for men at this moment. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date with the latest videos that are coming out, do hit subscribe button. You'll get a notification once a video is live.